If he's watching this right now, what's like your message to him?
Show up. Same message it was the last time. Show the f*** up and let's fight.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to our channel. YouTube star Jake Paul has staunchly defended his position to trash talk Conor McGregor's partner D. Devlin by saying that he's getting a taste of his own medicine. American YouTuber Jake Paul has unloaded on Conor McGregor after offering the UFC icon $15 million to fight him in the boxing ring. Conor Anthony McGregor was born in Crumlin, Dublin on 14 July 1988, the son of Tony and Margaret McGregor. He was raised in Crumlin and attended a Gaels Squale and Gael Cholays at both primary and secondary levels in Colistahide in Tallaght, where he developed his passion for sport playing football. In his youth, he played football for Lord's Celtic Football Club. At the age of 12, McGregor also began boxing at Crumlin Boxing Club as a way to defend himself against bullies and raise his confidence. In 2006, McGregor moved with his family to Lucan, Dublin, attending Gael Cholays Co-Laced Life. Following that, he commenced a plumbing apprenticeship. While in Lucan, he met future UFC fighter Tom Egan, and they soon started training mixed martial arts together. He's a former Ultimate Fighting Championship featherweight and lightweight champion. As of 23rd November 2020, he is ranked number 12 in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings, and as of December 14, 2020, he is number 5th in the UFC lightweight rankings. McGregor is a former Cage Warriors featherweight and lightweight champion. In 2015, at UFC 194, he defeated Jose Aldo for the UFC Featherweight Championship via knockout 13 seconds into the first round, which is the fastest victory in UFC title fight history.
Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh no! He slapped him! Conor McGregor!
Upon defeating Eddie Alvarez for the UFC Lightweight Championship at UFC 205, McGregor became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight divisions simultaneously. Paul boasts more than 20 million subscribers and 6.8 billion views on the video streaming platform. YouTube sensation Jake Paul has unloaded on Conor McGregor, offering him $15 million to fight as the Irishman's wife was dragged into things. Paul ripped into McGregor in an Instagram video, aiming the Irishman and his wife D. Devlin in a vile spray.
What the fuck is up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of fucking your wife. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor.
McGregor is scheduled to take on Poirier at UFC 257 on Sunday, January 24th, more than 6 years after the duo last faced off in the octagon. Just to rub salt on the wounds, Paul was cryptically following just one account on the social media platform when he uploaded the video, D. Devlin's. McGregor believes he needs to control his emotions.
Conor, you're scared. Dana, you're scared. Sign the fucking contract, you idiots. Jesus fucking Christ.
He also said, learn to handle your emotions. The first rule is to think before acting. This will take practice and an entirely new set of skills. Human nature is to let emotions rule how a person acts, but it's possible to keep emotions in check. Avoid the temptation to let anger get the best of you. Acknowledge that the person is angry. Often people simply need the person they are angry with to recognize their emotions. This doesn't mean that you concede to being wrong or say it's okay for them to be mad. Tell them that you can see they are angry and you've upset them. Once he said that fighting isn't a solution to deal with things, he said, walk away. Sometimes nothing beats avoidance like walking in the other direction. If the person who wants to fight is coming down the street or a discussion is heating up to an uncomfortable level, simply take a step in the opposite direction and continue walking. Once addressing in a UFC league, he said people need to clarify misunderstandings so they don't get into fights. A communication gap is one of the worst things that lead to a fight. He also said that Jake Paul and I both need to calm down and first identify the issue. Irritation often sneaks up on people. Little things build up slowly until a final straw causes you to lose your temper. The key to communicating your irritation effectively is determining the true source of your anger. Before you say anything, ask yourself what's bothering you. Perhaps the last thing that happened is not the real reason you're angry, but there have been a series of things getting on your nerves. You may notice a pattern to the things that irritate you. The more you know about your feelings, the better you'll be able to communicate them. McGregor is a polite person who doesn't want to indulge in any fight right now. Therefore, he keeps on avoiding Jake Paul's abusive language. He is trying to be as calm as an ocean during an interview when he was questioned about whether he stays calm, so he said, "Anger can be contagious. If you approach people angrily, they will respond in the same way. This can turn a small situation into a big fight. A better strategy is to calm down first. Take a few deep breaths or walk around the block. Remove yourself from the problem until you have your feelings under control. Then continue to stay calm during your discussion. If you do, you and your sweetheart will be in a better emotional state to solve the problem." McGregor and Jake had been friends for a while now. They lived together with many other people. Jake didn't like this, so the next morning he had thrown all of his things downstairs and kicked him out of the house.
It does?
My back hurts.
What? Tell us.
My back hurts from carrying the fucking promotion.
They started talking on Twitter about each other. A big feud happened and now they don't talk. Fast forward to last month. Jake was bored, so for his vlog, he decided to watch the It's Everyday Bro video. Jake made fun of his old friend McGregor for many things in that video. Jake then made a diss track against him called McGregor Sucks, then hurried and made a song called The Fall of Jake Paul. And right before he posted it, Jake made a video apologizing. McGregor didn't post the second verse because Jake said sorry. At the very end, right before he cuts it off, this leaves his audience with chills and frustrations. Even after this much drama, McGregor keeps on avoiding Jake Paul. But why?
In this boxing match, under these set of specific rules that will keep you alive.
Because he believes that when communicating your irritation, it's important to keep the focus on your feelings more than the other person's behavior. If you start the conversation by criticizing, it may seem that you're on the attack. You're likely to earn a defensive response, which takes the focus off the real problem. This keeps the focus on the real problem and opens up a better mode of communication. An important thing to remember when communicating your irritation is that the problem needs to be solved. You're not just lashing out in anger, you're trying to create better harmony in your relationship. Therefore, it's good to suggest an acceptable, specific resolution to the problem. After you explain what's bothering you, explain what an ideal situation would be, but remain open to compromise. This way, the whole conversation can be used to improve your relationship rather than tear it apart. Avoid arguments. Jake has a bad reputation for tempers, so do what you can to not set off any fiery displays. If one starts to fly off the handle for whatever reason, don't agitate the situation by arguing with her or getting frustrated with his temper. That's just like throwing oil onto the face. Instead, let him get what he has to say out without raising your voice. Like a volcano, sometimes Jake just needs to get out a little bit of anger and aggression. If his anger was valid, then he'll feel much better after ranting, and if it wasn't, then he'll just feel a bit ashamed by his outburst. So what are your thoughts about the ongoing beef between Conor McGregor and Jake Paul? Let us know down in the comment section below, while also hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel if you haven't already for more juicy content like this in the future. Until next time, guys, take care and goodbye.